sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for. Look like nothing's gonna come my
First thing we want to do is to give you the daily bulletin. You'd be surprised, a little notice somewhere that you might think doesn't concern you might change your whole life, might decide on what college you'll go to, or might decide on what activity. And then Joyce has a few things to say, right, Joyce? All right, the thought for the day: life is cause and effect. One creates his tomorrow at every moment by his motives, thoughts, and deeds of today. And this question of cause and effect, you know, as I say, I might read something that might change your life.
Anoche conocimos a un filósofo existencialista. Existencialista. ¿Quién puede pronunciar esta palabra? Existencialista, ¿verdad? El nombre del hombre. Francés, ¿no? Sí. Sí, está. Y el nombre dice el apellido, pero el nombre... Muy bien. Excelente, Rogelio. Y ahora, Jean-Paul Sartre. Existencialista. Este lado. Existencialista. Este lado. Algún filósofo. Algún filósofo existencialista.
Take gin. You get dressed in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you get undressed?
Yeah.
Well, you can get into a gym outfit.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, you get into a gym outfit. We'll decide that.
I have a doctor's thing.
I'm sick and tired of you talking.
My
You
mother
just...
was in, though.
I spoke to your mother.
You were excused.
Now look.
I'm going to the doctor today.
Now
Wait a
look.
minute, Jeff. You were excused.
You better be in a gym outfit.
All right.
You better be in a gym outfit. We'll determine whether you take exercise or not. We'll determine that.
I'm not even allowed. I'm not
Why don't you just...
I'm not even supposed to come to school.
Hey, look. I'm going to tell you something. Don't you talk and you just listen. You come prepared in a gym outfit when you go to gym. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right.
John, see that folder right there? I
Don't tell us you won't do anything. No one's going to put you into an uncompromising position, but you'll come dressed in a gym outfit.
Wait a minute, how am I getting
You're suspended. Go and wait outside.
I said I would.
Go outside.
Oh, man. I said I would.
You got a book out since the 5th of January.
I'm on.
Oui, mais avant de manger, il est nécessaire de préparer le dîner, ou préparer le déjeuner, ou préparer le petit déjeuner. Oui, mais en France, c'est différent. En Amérique, on mange généralement dans la cuisine. Mais en France, où est-ce qu'on mange le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, le dîner? Où? Généralement, naturellement, il y a des exceptions. Mais en France, où est-ce qu'on mange?
Dans la salle à manger.
Exactement, dans la salle à manger. Chez nous, en Amérique, c'est différent. On mange plutôt dans la cuisine. Oh, il y a des exceptions, naturellement. Mais généralement dans la cuisine. Oui? En France, non. On prépare dans la cuisine, on mange dans la salle à manger.
No. A flunking student, a flunking student shouldn't receive such accolades as fabulous. Fabulous. No, that's all I'm saying. Should a flunking... I could see maybe a C student have a fabulous here, but a flunking student, fabulous, very interesting.
Why don't you put it in reverse? Why don't you say that a student who can write fabulous papers shouldn't flunk? Shouldn't do things which will cause her to flunk. You see? No, that depends on the language.
I've always found that a man who uses the word sympathy is never sympathetic. Have you ever found that, Dr. Bush? Tell the truth. And I have no redress, all right? Nothing.
No redress?
Yeah, no redress.
What do you mean?
I can't, no, all I want you to say, that at least I'm right about these few papers, that's all.
What do you want me to tell you that you're right about these papers?
I want you to say that a girl who receives fabulous and all these marks should flunk.
I can only say this, that the teacher, in reading these papers, thought they were fabulous, but that the total mark involves more than just those papers. That's all I can tell you.
But I think this is a rather unique situation, wouldn't you say so? Rather unique?
Will you be happy if I say it's unique?
I'd be happy.
I would say it's somewhat unique.
Is it compassion for a teacher to write fabulous? Let me get back to this again. And the girl sees it, figures she's doing well. Very good, Rona. Especially this fabulous. And then, finally, she gets her report card. And the girl is stunned. It's another E.
Well,
is it also fair for a girl, and I think Mr. Schuster will concur, does a girl cause you any trouble or deportment? Is she wild, talk a lot?
Well, she did get a satisfactory mark in cooperation.
Why did she get an E the first time? It's completely against her character.
In behavior.
In behavior.
Completely.
Why did she get an E the first time?
Completely against her character.
You understand what I mean?
An E?
Yes, an E.
Yes, in behavior.
Behavior.
What did she get?
An E.
E is a grade, it's not a behavior.
What did she tell? What did she say?
A 4, 3, the lowest you can get, I imagine.
We cannot judge Rona's mark based purely on this teacher's remarks in these papers. This is all I'm saying.
Rona, limited in many ways, knew world events and the world about her. She knew the different forms of government, the different structures of types of government. And here Rona failed.
Because she failed in all these tests. We can only judge on the basis of performance. You may have hidden talent in you, sir, but if you don't perform it, we don't know.
That's true.
Like I said. And the world will recognize you only by your performance.
That's true. That's true.
But if you want your daughter to be basically a well-adjusted, ultimately, and I'm using the word happiness in a very broad sense, and I know that happiness is not the ultimate thing in life, but it's important. You cannot impose preconceived values and dreams on an individual, including a child. Cannot do that. But again, I want you to understand that part of your job is to deal with Rona as a sympathetic and understanding father, but recognizing her limitations and the fact that she's a person in her own right, and that if you impose too much your desires on her, even without pushing them or forcing her, she may react in a way which may be damaging to her too.
Michael, this has to do with your cutting, was it physical sides?
No, sir, I never cut it.
No, Mrs. Gannon was showing me out there with her class, and she starts going off. You see, somebody was making noise and whistling, and the truth is, Mr. Brown, I was behaving in the back of the room. I didn't open my mouth because the other kids weren't. I didn't feel like goofing off, and she thought it was me. And she calls me up, and she starts yelling at me, and I said, it wasn't me. And she starts yelling. So I figured, Mr. Allen, could you stand there and listen to a lady yell? I figured I'd go out and talk to her later when she's calmed down. And she was pretty worked up. Right. And I went to walk out. She goes, you don't leave. I'll speak to you later at a better time. And I walked out.
Well, first of all, Michael, you showed poor judgment. When you're being addressed by someone older than you are, or in a seat of authority, it's your job to respect and listen. She didn't ask you to jump from the Empire State Building. She's not asking you for your blood. She's asking for a little bit of time to help you out. Now, here's the thing. What you should have done is showed some character by saying, okay, I will go to your detention, but may I speak with you and get this matter corrected?
She didn't assign me detention.
Well, according to this,
no, they sent me
given choice of a detention at 7:30 or at 1:45, and you refuse to take either. Now,
they sent me down to Mr. Walsh, and I tried to explain to him, and he started yelling at me too.